What's up, guys? I said I would do I've had a couple comments and some people have been asking. So originally when I opened up the P2 from the Leatherman free line, I was so excited just because of all the anticipation waiting for it and thinking it was just amazing. In fact, I believe I said phenomenal. Very much overstated. After I've been forcing myself to use it for a few days now, not what I thought it would be. Pretty much thinking Leatherman can do better. Certainly fun to play with, and it's been fun. There's a couple things on it that are better than some of my other Leathermans, but there's also some stuff that's not. For example, with my wave. My wave is pretty much what I use at home. Some people use them for work and at home or for anything. For me, I'm not as hard on tools at home. The Leatherman Wave, granted mine's got the crimper edition, but mine, there's just a huge difference. The tools, so you got the scissors, that's one thing on the free line that's much better, in my opinion. You got a nice, beefy, thick scissors, and it's easy to do one-handed, as you saw. So that one is still better on the free P2. This guy, yeah, maybe some people use the little mini screwdriver. I don't use it. To me, it just never gets used, which is fine. It's also got a pry and a flat screwdriver, whatever. So on this one, let's see if I can find it. We've got, it's on this side, same thing on here, but it's actually improved with the little clam package opener on there. So that one, I personally think it beats the Wave on that one too. So that's great. We go to the other side, to here, and we've got the can opener / bottle opener, the bit exchanger, and the wire stripper. A lot of people don't realize that that's a wire stripper. In fact, many people just use the pliers, which I do many times, but I also use this wire stripper quite a bit. So on here, comparing it to the Wave, we've got, oh, I already forgot because I'm getting confused here. So we don't have the bit exchanger, we have these two. Me personally, I think they could have done a way to fit it in there. I think that was a huge letdown, because I'm just not happy with these. I've been using them and it's almost like they're practically getting stripped out already, which kind of stinks, but what do you do? So I think they could have done something to keep that little bit exchanger in there. So that's that. The knife, whatever. I'm not a huge fan of the combo blade, but whatever. Now we go over to these. So they improved this. I think this is fine. The can opener, bottle opener, whatever. Can opener. I think they improved that. That's cool. The awl seems fine. Seems pretty rugged. I'm fine with it. This ruler, in my opinion, and the wire stripper are just garbage. They really are. Sorry, Leatherman, but I feel like you could have done better. I tried using this thing, and unless you're using 20 gauge wire or less, it's not useful, it's not practical. But maybe they tried, I don't know. So that's one. This file, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Might be fine for some people. When I'm at work, I use the file all the time. And I just think it's junk. So, however, when I'm not at work, it could be fine. So, I think for me, for when I'm at home, this one will probably replace my wave. That being said, the next issue I have, when I'm using the wave, it's very smooth, feels good in the hand. There's really no hot spots. If any, there's a little bit from this pocket clip. But problem solved. You push a button, you take the pocket clip off. It feels great. So if you're just using it real quick and simple, whatever, you just need it for a second or two, pocket clip stays on there, it's no big deal. But if you're going to be using it for a while, pull the pocket clip off. Everything on it is just smooth as butter. The edges are all rounded. Everywhere. Feels good. This thing, there are so many spots on here that actually, like, I'm getting spots on my hand, and it's from the lock release. These things, like every corner on these is sharp. Even down here, the scales, the corner of the scales, all these edges are sharp. They hurt. They're really not comfortable. Then on both sides of the tool, this side is rounded and smooth, but then the opposite side has this little notch here, sharp edge. Same thing with here, except it's on the opposite side. Sharp edge there. They hurt. Maybe it's fine for me when I'm at home to replace the wave, because I'm not using it as much, but I'm still using it. Plus, I just like playing with the thing. It is fun. But they can do better. For work, I use the Surge. And I'll tell you right now, there's no way I will use this at work. The Surge is the way to go. One big thing for me is the bit exchanger. I do commercial HVAC and refrigeration work. Everything we do is 1/4 inch and 5/16, occasional 3/8 inch. So I use that bit exchanger. I actually took a really cool bit made by Melco, and I just filed down the two sides on a bench grinder. So I shove that in the bit exchanger. I just keep this in my back pocket if I need it, but now I got a 1/4 inch on one side, flip it over, got 5/16 on the other. Works great. So that just goes in my back pocket. But you got a full set of pliers on here with the Surge, and the pliers on this guy is not even close. It might look like it is, but it's really not. And the actual surface that it's grabbing here is just not much compared to the Surge. So definitely for me, my Surge is still kind of king, reigning champion there. That's going to be for work. I'll probably carry this one around at home. And then this one will probably, who knows, either sit in the collection for a while, or it'll be, I don't know, maybe I'll sell it or give it away or something. But anyway, that's kind of my 2 cents. I think I pretty much touched on all of it. Oh, I had a couple comments where people were saying if you open it too fast, or when you hit it hard like that, you push it together, you can see some of the tools on the inside here pop themselves open. Not a huge deal, but I've had it happen a couple times. Just once in a while. The other thing I'm noticing, I was using my bench grinder the other day when I was actually making this new bit, because of course I lost my other one. But I was using the bench grinder, and I don't know if you can see it. There's every one of these pivots and joints is covered in metal shavings. It's weird, you'd get metal shavings with all these magnets, huh? But over here, where the magnets are, I had to wipe everything clean, and then it was just kind of built up in there, and it took a while to get it clean. Which I get, it still functioned fine, and it feels fine, but it's just dirty. That's it though. So, not as phenomenal as I thought. I think Leatherman can do better. Hoping that this is just the first of many. I like the idea, the concept is cool, but they can do better, in my opinion. And whoever decided to change some of the tools, like the file, I hate this file. I really liked having the diamond side. What else? The file, the wire stripper, for sure. And then I'd love to just get, I mean, you could get rid of both of these guys and put the bit exchanger in there. So you have a nice bit exchanger on one side, and on the other side, I don't know, put, you could get a beefy flat blade in there if you still needed to with that package opener. I'm sure there's room because you don't need all this stuff. At least I don't anyway. So that's my 2 cents. I sort of rambled there. Oh wow, I sure did. Alright, let me know what you think. Hopefully I answered all your questions. If you have any, feel free to shoot me a message. Take it easy.